as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now they try the right side here. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing on 1st down is Long. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
He has a lead in. Diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Time to go, night.
Get it. On the draw, this is Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points.
Got it. Go 50 extra money. You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Ready?
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. Well, the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, How about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
This is Barkley, and he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, Barkley fights off another, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get-off-of-me run and all the way into the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Niners take over. Let's go, baby. Let's go. At their own 33-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Down. 90 Wolf. Hey. Let's go.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That ball complete to Isabella. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Andy Isabella with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The LA three-play offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go!
Now Locke on the bootleg. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Throwing now is Locke, and that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches. There's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't met an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know at the beginning of the season you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Hey, box drop.
To throw on 2nd down. Clifford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Clifford. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
Ready, break.
Check 52's the mark.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
On second down now, Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Let's go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
4th down and 1.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's Breida. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You got 4.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
Bravo.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
50 plays.
On 3rd down, Clifford. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Let's go now. 18 Gators.
Get this one on. Check.
This is Breida. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
58, come on. No chance.
Now.
Staying open.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Set up. 8 read.
Mike 58, right there.
Yep.
Watch safety creep.
Go.
Safety's creeping.
2.
Here's Breida. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Check.
Go.
Switch.
They run with Breida, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey.
They'll try to run with Breida. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, L.A. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Rams have taken the lead.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Niners take over.
Let's go,
first and 10
let's go.
at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, Clifford. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Down. 10 logo. Hey, Delta. Be grip.
Looking to throw on second down. Clifford, he'll get this into the hands of Breida. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Jet. 5.
Operating from the gun, Clifford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Let's
Their
go.
own 20-yard line.
Ready up.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Set, ready, 50, plant. We ain't giving them nothing to do.
Throwing on first down. Clifford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Locke. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Again, it's Barkley. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Yo, go!
Stay at home.
52 5.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Down. 18 Gator.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Rock now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
On the ready.
Bring it over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's go.
Hit it.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
50 the mic. 50.
On 2nd and goal. Lock to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
15.
but still,
20. 15
No
no
yards.
yardage. Okay.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Yes, yes.
Be ready. Be ready.
Now.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Shoot.
Here's Barkley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Good job.
Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He sets to fire deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call.
Hey! Motion. Hey, line 52. Yep.
Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Ready?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! Fight!
From the gun, Clifford going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. He's got the first down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after here coming up. He's got it, and it's 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Clifford. That's Isabella open on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Clifford And a throw there going to be incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Clifford got his target, Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't going nowhere.
They run again with Breida. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Go! 15 line. 15 line. Quick! Hey, Zoo! 5.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. 3rd down here.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Clifford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a give to Breida. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg. Block. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, Love trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
52's the mic. Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Go. Get that ball. New mic 52. Mic 52. Hey.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy. 52's the mic. Watch Mike.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down and 1.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carl Lawson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for L.A., they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season at 9-7. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.